Hey guys, this is Professor B. I am in my office, as you can see, and I just wanted to touch base and give your video update for the week. So we are going to be finishing up Beowulf for next Tuesday. I hope that you've enjoyed it thus far. Today I am going to post the lecture videos that I recorded, I think a couple of years ago now, about the parts of Beowulf that you have read thus far. They will kind of fill in the gaps for you, explain a lot of the context, a lot of the things that you might have missed, you know, symbolism, anything like that, and recurring motifs that you need to be aware of, especially going into the test. I had a lot of questions about the quiz yesterday. Just as a reminder, the quizzes are meant mainly to keep you on track with the reading, to give you an impetus to do that, but they are only 1 point apiece. What is the bigger deal is the test. The tests are 20 points apiece, and the videos that I post, the lecture videos, are integral. They are extremely important for when you take those tests, because a lot of the material from the test will come, I mean, I don't know why I said a lot. Pretty much all of the material on the test will come from those videos and then from the text themselves. Now remember, the tests are actually open book and open note, which means that during the exam, you are allowed to use anything that I've posted to the Discord during the test to help you. So you can open up the lectures and look at them again. You can look at Beowulf. You can look at Gawain and the Green Knight. You can use the actual texts. They're just not open internet. And I'll remind you of that when we get closer. And I know you're probably like, well, you know, you're not God. How are you going to know what I look at? True. But if you are, during the essay portions, if you're suddenly spouting things that don't make any sense, and, you know, clearly I didn't give you that information, it didn't come from my videos, then I will know that you've been on SparkNotes or some other analysis website, and so that stuff isn't to be used for the tests. So anyway, we'll talk about this more later. But the quizzes, they're 1 point apiece. Essentially, do not panic about those. And one question is always kind of a floating bonus anyway. So you will have another quiz next week. Pretty much every Tuesday you will have an assessment. Unless you have some kind of project due that week, just expect either a quiz or a test. So for next week, you're going to finish Beowulf. Just read the rest of it. It's through line 3182. So just finish the story. And then number 2, there is a short story that you're going to read. And it is actually a contemporary short story written by an American author, Wells Tower. It's called Everything Ravaged, Everything Burned. Trigger warning, violence. However, when you are talking about Vikings, you aren't really talking about them if you aren't discussing some of the more violent aspects. Although they have definitely been, I would say, maybe treated a little too harshly in that regard. In some ways, they were a lot more civilized than the people around them. But I think it is a pretty necessary counterpoint to the way that the Danes are treated in Beowulf, that kind of hero worship. This gives you a very different perspective on them, and thereby we kind of get a more nuanced point of view about these Scandinavians who were invading Britain and who had ultimately such a massive impact on their culture and basically owned half of the country at one point. So you're going to read Everything Ravaged, Everything Burned, and that there will be a quiz question or two about that. You're going to finish reading Beowulf, and then there's a new set of discussion prompts today, and they are all concerning Beowulf. They're all concerning the actual plot of the story and the characters. So I'm going to post a bunch of them, and all you have to do is pick one. Just pick one of those prompts to respond to anytime between now and the 13th. So Beowulf, Everything Ravaged, Everything Burned, and discussion prompt. That is the homework for this coming week. Do you have any questions for me? You know where to find me. You can either reach out to me via private message on here. What a lot of people are doing is just going into either general chat or early British literature and like adding me. You can summon me by using the @ symbol. If you say @Professor Bolden, it will bring me forth directly. If you have any questions that you think everybody else might benefit from hearing the answer, you can Snapchat me, you can email me, any of those ways work. Nobody in this class has done this, and so I appreciate this, but just remember that you cannot contact me through Momentum. It will not allow me to respond to you if you do that. So, okay, so do you need anything? I'm looking forward to continuing on with Beowulf, and I hope that you all had a lovely Labor Day weekend. Thank you for all the great participation thus far in the first discussion prompt that we had about the names. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of new things. So I enjoyed that, and I appreciated you all sharing. So I know this is a super unusual class format, I mean, for all of us, and I'm grateful for you being willing to roll with it and being so positive and fun and, you know, upfront and clear and direct with your needs and everything. So just know that I'm here if you require me for anything. All right. See you later.